In this exercise, we are basically going to learn how to apply the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Children, while using this formula, we have to keep two things in mind. First is that n is a natural number. It cannot be a negative integer or a fraction. Secondly, we need just the first two terms to find out any term of the AP. If we have first two terms, we can find any term. So let's start the exercise. In this part, I am going to cover up three types of questions. The steps of these three methods are more or less the same. The first type is finding any term of an AP. Let's take a simple example. Here we are given A means the first term, D the common difference, and we have to find A8, that is the 8th term of the AP. So we will put all these values in this formula. N minus 1 means 8 minus 1, that is 7, and 7 into 3 is equal to 21. So we find that A8 is equal to 28. So this is just a simple application of the formula. In the next example, we have to find 105th term, and as the common difference is 0, and you know 0 into anything is 0, so we get 3.5 plus 0 equal to 3.5. And you know very well that whenever the common difference is 0, all the terms have same value as we are getting here also. Now this third question is a little different because we are not given the first term here. Instead of that, we are given the 18th term. In these types of questions where an is given, we can use the formula in reverse order because this just makes your calculations little simpler. So we get a plus n minus 1d is equal to an. Another thing, you can directly write the value of n minus 1 while putting it in the formula. Like here, n is 18, so we can directly write in place of n minus 1, 17, because n minus 1 means 1 less. I have replaced the values, and on solving this we get a minus 51 is equal to minus 5, or a is equal to minus 5 plus 51 is equal to 46. Another thing which you can note here is that when the value of d is negative, the values of the terms of AP keeps on decreasing and vice versa. Like here you can observe that a is 46 whereas a18 is very small as compared to it. The fourth question is another form of the same question. We have to find the 30th term here, and as we know the first two terms, we can easily find it. We will start the answer by finding a and d first. You know that d is obtained by subtracting any two consecutive terms. So here d is equal to 7 minus 10 equal to minus 3. As it is negative, this is a decreasing AP and 30th term will be smaller as compared to the given terms. Let's find out the 30th term. Putting the values in the formula, we get a30 is equal to 10 plus 29 into minus 3 equal to 10 minus 87 equal to minus 77. Let's take another example. Here we have to find out the 11th term of the AP. So d is equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 3 equal to minus 1 plus 6 upon 2 on taking LCM, which is equal to 5 upon 2. Using this in the formula, we get a11 is equal to minus 3 plus 10 into 5 by 2. 10 and 2 will cancel, and so minus 3 plus 25 is equal to 22. So I hope the method is clear to all of you. In the next question, we have root terms, and whenever there are repeated numbers inside the root, we have to first simplify it. So when we simplify these numbers, we'll get this as we have discussed in the previous exercise. Okay, so a is equal to root 2, and we can find d by subtracting any two consecutive terms, and hence we get 2 root 2. Putting these in the formula, we get a18 is equal to root 2 plus n minus 1 means 17 into 2 root 2, which is 1 root 2 plus 34 root 2. 1 plus 34 is 35, so we get 35 root 2. Now can you try this one yourself? As some of the numbers are in mixed fraction, especially the second, we need this number for finding the 25th term. As 1 upon 2 is equal to 0.5, I can also change these numbers into decimal. So you can either write the first form of the AP or the second form of the AP. I'm solving the question further with decimal. In case you are interested to do it with pure fraction, you can convert into pure fraction and then solve it. So please check that have you got the same answer? Great. Now we move on to the second type of question. In these questions, either you are given a value and you have to determine which term is it, or you have to find out the number of terms in a given AP. In that case, the AP will be a finite AP. Let's consider this example. You have to find out that which term is 78. As I said in the beginning, all the types of questions have the same method. We'll start by considering that the nth term is 78 and then we will find the value of n. So let the nth term be 78. Now we can easily find out a and d from the question because we are knowing the first and second terms. This time as an is known to us, so I'm writing the formula in reverse order. And on putting the value, I get 3 plus n minus 1 into 5 equal to 78. As we are not knowing the value of n, that is what we have to find. So we will be opening this bracket and then we will simplify it to find n. So we get 3 plus 5n minus 5 is equal to 78, and bringing the terms to other side, we get 5n is equal to 78 plus 2, which is equal to 80. So n is equal to 80 upon 5, that is equal to 16. So it means that the 16th term of this AP is 78. Got my point? So let's try another example. Here some of the terms are in mixed fraction, but we need only the first two terms, so we will not convert the remaining terms. Let us take the value of the required term as an, and like the previous question, we are going to find out a and d. So d is equal to 1 minus 5 upon 6. On taking LCM, it becomes equal to 1 by 6. So putting the value in the formula, we get 5 upon 6 plus n minus 1 into 1 by 6 equal to 3. Now I am telling you an easier method of solving the numbers when fractions are there. As you can see, denominator is 6 everywhere, so we can multiply throughout by 6 and we get 5 plus n minus 1 into 1 is equal to 18. Now opening these brackets and simplifying further, we get n is equal to 18 minus 4 equal to 14. So it means that the 14th term is 3. Is everything clear, children? If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the chat box. I'm giving you two questions here. Just pause your screen and solve these questions quickly. Fine, if you have done, you can check your answer. In the third question, a is 72 and d is minus 4, and on solving we get n is equal to 19. In the fourth question, the value of a was 21, d was minus 3, and the value of n on solving comes out to be 35. So how many of you have done it correctly? Now this one is another form of the question. Here we are asked to find the number of terms in this AP, and you can see that this is a finite AP. We'll use this previous method to do this question also. We will consider that this AP has n terms. So an is equal to 205, a is 7, and d we can find by subtracting the consecutive terms. On putting the values in the formula, we get 7 plus n minus 1 into 6 is equal to 205, and solving in the same way as we have done previous question, we finally get that n is equal to 204 upon 6. Understood? It's not different. Another question. Children, observe that this is a decreasing AP, and that is why the last term is a negative term. Again, we take an as minus 47. We need the second term for solving, so we'll change it into a pure fraction. It becomes 31 upon 2. So we get d is equal to 31 upon 2 minus 18. On taking LCM and solving, we get it equal to minus 5 upon 2. After putting the values in the formula, in order to make it simpler, like we did earlier, denominator is 2, so we can multiply throughout by 2, and so we get 36 plus n minus 1 into minus 5 is equal to minus 94. On opening the brackets, bringing terms from one side to other, we get 41 plus 94 is equal to 5n. I have brought minus 5n to the other side because it becomes positive and easier to solve. So finally we get n is equal to 135 upon 5 equal to 27. Okay children, now two questions for you. Just pause your screen and complete these quickly and then check your answers. So the first one, we get n is equal to 43. So in 7th question we have total 43 terms, and in 8th question we have 12 terms. Now we come to the third type of question, in which we have to check whether a particular term belongs to a given AP or not. We will consider that the given term is the nth term of the AP. So like in this example, let an is equal to minus 150. The remaining step will be all same as previous. We'll find a and d and then we will put the value in the formula. On solving, we finally get the value of n. Now, as I discussed in the beginning, n is always a natural number. If you get a natural number, that means this term is a term of the given AP. But here you can observe that the value of n is coming 164 over 3, which is not a natural number. It means minus 150 is not a value of this AP. Is it clear, children? So can you try the next one yourself? So what do you observe? Is it a term of the AP? No, because 185 is not divisible by 3 and hence it is not a natural number. So children, with this we come to the end of our lecture. I will cover up the remaining questions of this exercise in another video. So keep practicing, enjoy yourself and take care.